Hello everybody. I graduated from NIT Rourkela and great university, right? No questions about that. But end of the day, it's not an IIT. If you ask any 11th and 12th standard student, hey, what are you preparing for? They would say, I am preparing for IIT entrance examination. I want to get into IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi. But nobody says that I want to go into an NIT, right? Now, that was the same feeling for me and a lot of my friends as well. While we were studying at NIT, we knew that we always prepared to get into an IIT, and that dream did not realize. Now, fast forward a few years, and then I was sitting for my campus placements and I got into Accenture. It was a decent salary, 2.75 lakh. That was the basic salary that almost 60 to 70% of the students on campus received. After the placements, we went ahead, we started working, and my parents were really happy about this offer because my dad was working for 25 years at that point in time in Indian Railways, and his salary was around 15,000, 20,000 rupees per month. And I started my career with 15, 20,000 rupees per month, and my dad was super happy that more than the money element, he was proud that, hey, yes, my son is doing something really good, right? And I was also happy that, hey, the entire family is now happy about my accomplishments. It's not like NIT versus an IIT debate anymore, right? So I started working, but the work itself was not too exciting for me. I was literally going to the office, sitting on the bench, playing table tennis, and coming back from work. There was nothing exciting that was happening at work, neither I was not learning anything. Now, I decided to change my job, and when I told my parents, they asked me the same question, hey, why? You just got started, you need to have patience and give it some more time so that you will learn some things on this current job itself. My dad worked for 25 years in the same company, did not even moving. And here I am in less than 3 to 6 months, I'm thinking about a job shift. Right? So it was an ideology difference, but the point was always the same for me. I missed the opportunity to study at IIT. Probably then, considering myself studying in a second year college, well, it's a second year college, first year college, keep the debate aside for a minute, but that was at least my perspective. And now I don't want to settle in a job where I'm not learning and I'm not looking forward to being in that top position. That itself was creating a lot of stress for me. I never wanted to settle for anything less. And here I am, if I'm continuing with Accenture, there is no way I could see that I can grow in the career. It was not about money, but it was something which I was used to and I was prepared from the very beginning that, hey, target for the best university, target for the best job. If you want to go study MBA, go to study at IIM Ahmedabad or IIM Bangalore, one of those top colleges, nothing less. And that drove me to bigger places and to take risks in my career very early stages. So I decided 6 months out in Accenture, nothing was working for me, right? I'm not learning anything and I'm just wasting my time. And that won't help me to keep moving forward. So what I did, I asked my friends like, hey, is there any opening? Is there any exciting work happening? And one of my friends told me that, hey, I'm working for this company called Mu Sigma. The work is really exciting. Why don't you come and join? Of course, you have to clear all the interviews. So I said, okay, it's startup. The field of work is something which is very interesting for me because I considered myself to be very good in math, problem solving right from 11th, 12th standard. Unfortunately, it never translated into marks, but that was a feeling that I had personally. So I said, why not give it another shot, right? Problem solving was fun for me so far, but I thought if it becomes a profession, probably I might excel. So I went into the interview, cleared the interviews, and in the interview day, the interviewer asked me like, hey, you are coming to Bangalore from Hyderabad for an interview. I said yes, and also I did not even brush from this morning. I did not have my breakfast. I just came and I just want to make sure that I crack this interview. He was impressed, not about my skill, but about the passion and the energy that I was bringing in. I would thought that, hey, I would be hired for my skill, but no, that was not the case that day. And then I started working, and subsequently that job really excited me. From 2.7 lakhs per annum, in 6 months' time, like I moved to close to 5 to 5.25 lakhs per annum, the salary bracket. Well, keeping aside the salary, I was working with a 60-year-old mentor, and he was the dean for one of the top business schools before joining Mu Sigma in the part-time role. And that guy taught me a lot. Every single day he used to scold me that, hey Pavan, this is the mistake that you are doing, that's the mistake. But at the same time, he was also encouraging me for all the hard work that I was putting in. Well, it was a typical startup, and a lot of folks were really intimidating to me, honestly. I was like a introvert, and I never used to go out there and speak. I always thought my skills should speak for themselves. And there I was, where 20 to 30 people in my cohort in that company who were working at the same level as me, they were really on loud, they were sharing their expressions in every single meeting, so on and so forth. So I was a little scared, but I still used to work hard because I liked the kind of the work. Subsequently, after 3 months, I got an award as the best performing employee within that particular cohort. And that again was a revelation for me that, hey, yes, it's fine as long as I continue to put in my hard work, and if I am trying to learn something with the objective that I want to grow, things will fall in my favor. Well, as I continued to work, at the same time I was also preparing for CAT because I always wanted to get an MBA degree. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't get into the top 3 IIMs, but I got a lot of offers from other colleges. But this time I didn't choose to go there because, as I mentioned at the initial part of the video, that I was preparing for IIT, but I got into NIT. Now I didn't want to do that. I thought, let it take some more time. If it takes 6 years, 7 years, I don't care. But I want to go to that best possible institute. That obsession with getting into the best possible school, getting into that top level position and proving myself was working in my favor, actually. I was not taking any stress though. I was saying, anyways, I'm going to work. I'm not sitting idle. So why not give it another shot? Why not give it another shot? That obsession with getting to a good school, making sure that I am moving forward in my career at every single stage actually helped me quite a lot. In 2 years after working at Mu Sigma, I moved to the US office of Mu Sigma, and from there I moved to McKinsey. And very quickly, right after from graduation to the point I joined McKinsey, it was close to 4.5 years. And in these 4.5 years, my salary moved from 2.75 lakh per annum to close to 130,000 USD per annum. Right? That's a, 70x, 50x kind of growth. Doesn't happen, but the only obsession I was having was not even about money, but it was about, hey, am I growing personally? Am I growing professionally? This is the one skill that helped me a lot. And I believe if not McKinsey, if not Mu Sigma, I would still have grown in my career because I was obsessed with this growth. So irrespective of where you are, doesn't matter if you are working in a startup, if you are working in a big company, if you are working in unfavorable situation, if you are thinking about growth and if you are actively working towards that growth goal, things will fall in your favor. Good luck, guys. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.